No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds a spot in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Shotgun, they go to the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
To throw, it's Hurtado. Zings it complete to the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Caught over the middle. It's Turan. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that 2nd down.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Touchdown Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Now on first down from the 30. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Direct snap. He has the first and still on his feet. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And a really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Put themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Hurtado. Here's a heat. Using his legs to buy some time. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you can tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Looking down the middle. He's got it.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the Ducks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Hurtado. Fires to the middle. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Pulls and fires complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Hurtado. Moves away as he feels pressure. And you erase it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Across the 45. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Hurtado. It's complete to the right. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. On target to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. Touchdown Ducks! Fit it in the window for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Hurtado. Just a short pass to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. The attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The Ducks will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bringing the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. Third down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple of yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Trying to slam it. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the comeback is on. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Hurtado. The throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Fires to the right. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. That's caught. It's Estes. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on second down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their third sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. At the 45 on his way. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Hurtado. Forced out of the pocket. Look out, he's got room. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations. It really makes you very predictable.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Hauled down, Miguel move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on fourth down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. It's a reverse. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game. One of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Mason, requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Motion from the back. Snap in the shotgun. Finds his man. It's Estes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab on the left. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. He wants to change this route. From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Hurtado. Got a man, it's Ramsey. Breaks into the open. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping of that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Got room at the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Hurtado. Hauls it in. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today, dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go right back to it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hand, it's Ramsey. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.